Look, we don't really trust those polls, with due respect to Fiji Sun. From what we understand, what Fiji Sun is doing, they're simply phoning up people. They have no way of verifying who these people are. They simply are dialing numbers. They're asking questions of people on the phone. They're asking them their location. They're asking them perhaps other details, their age, etc. What do they do? If somebody calls me up and says, I'm going to take a poll and see who you're going to vote as Prime Minister, most people won't want to give their details, or they won't necessarily give the true details. So I think these kind of polls are more gimmicky than anything else. And again, I mean, if somebody wants to run proper polls, you go overseas and how people run proper polls. It's done in a lot more systematic manner. Whilst they may say we don't dial the same number again, you may actually be calling people that's all, for example, living in Nasinu, or you may be calling everybody that's living in an urban area. I mean, how do we know that somebody is, if you call me up and say, I'm doing a poll, who are you going to vote for? Where do you live? I might say, well, I'm living actually in, Namosi. You don't have any way of verifying that. Again, you may say, well, who are you going to vote for? I might say, well, is this guy recording me? How do I know that he's not, tracking my phone number, etc.? So they're not reliable. Most reliable polls are actually done face-to-face. Most reliable polls are done when you actually go down on the ground, when you have a good spread of people. So, people who may, for example, live in a squatter area, their issues would be different to, say, somebody who's living, in McGregor Road. So if you want to do a proper poll, I think you need to have a good spread. And doing phone polls, I don't think is an indication of the accuracy of the spread of the population that you would want. So we don't necessarily take it, we take it with a pinch of salt. And whether Fiji Sun wants to continue with that, but we don't place much emphasis on or credibility on the polls that Fiji Sun is actually doing.